So one thing that might happen when you start playing a lot with your text and font sizes is that you start running into issues with the way the text looks a little bit and the spacing with your text. For example, here, like the lines of text are kind of squished together. They're very tightly packed. And if we look at the design that we were doing, there's more space, but it's a little bit more airy. The lines are less smushed together. And especially if you get to really big font sizes, you can start getting the opposite happening, where the spacing is actually too big between the lines, and you want that to be a little bit closer together. And then the other thing that can happen is sometimes you want to control the spacing between things. So not necessarily the space inside the paragraph, but the space on the outside of the paragraph. So there's two different properties that we can use for that. The first one is called line height, and the second one is called margin. And for line height, we're going to start there. And I'm going to first look at doing it on my body. Again, I tend to put styles on my body first, not on individual elements like my paragraphs or things like that. Because if I want to adjust it for here, I probably want it to work on my lists and work on other things too. So on my body, I'm going to come and say that I want a line height. And if you're in the world of typography or coming from print or anything like that, you might know the term leading. Line height is your leading. A line height could be an absolute value that you put. So I could say that my line height is, you could do it in rem, you could do it in pixels. Let's do it in rem. I could say 1.25 rem just for fun. And if I hit refresh, everything's going to get even more squished together because you generally want your line height to be quite a bit bigger than your actual font size. And if I look here, I've actually destroyed it because now the heading has inherited that. It's squished everything down. So it's very rare that we actually set line heights with actual values. We usually use a ratio instead. And to do it as a ratio, you can just do it as a unitless number. And it's one of the only things in CSS that actually uses a unitless number. So 1.25 on there, refresh, and you can see here we've got a lot of spacing. And then over here, once again, it's kind of a little bit too tight. The default line height in our browsers is 1.4. So if you wanted it, so you can see there it goes a bit bigger. If I drop this all the way down to 1, things get a lot more squished. If I go all the way up to 2, it's almost going to become double spacing, and it gets much more spread apart. So I'm going to come in with a 1.6. I tend to try 1.5, 1.6 on my body as my starting point on almost every project that I do. So I think that looks pretty good. I like that a lot more than the 1.4 we had before. Again, that was a little bit too tight. And so a 1.6 gives me a little bit more space. The problem when you're adjusting line height on elements like this is, oh my goodness, look how spaced this has become. Small font sizes tend to need more line height to make it a little bit more readable. Very big font sizes tend to need much smaller line heights. So then we can come specifically on the H1, which is now inheriting this value. I don't want it to be inherited anymore. I go specific on that selector, and then I can say that this has its own line height of say a 1.1 or a 1, it could even be a 1. The bigger you get, the smaller the number here is. And just, it's one of those things you get used to it over time of just adjusting it and playing with it, but tends to be 1.6, 1.5 on just your regular text, and headings that are anywhere. And most headings, you can get away with things like 1.1, 1 sometimes, and different values like that. And so right away, I think that looks much better. Now, there's another thing that you might want to change. If we look at our design, for example, we have a lot more spacing around different things. And so if you do need to adjust the spacing around elements, I'm going to use my paragraphs as an example right here, where the line height was adjusting the space between my lines of text. And if we come and select the paragraphs themselves, I'm going to do a property called margin block. And we're going to talk much more about margin in a future lesson. But I'm going to say margin block, and we're going to say that this is going to be 50 pixels. And we're going to refresh that. And we can see now I have a lot of space between my paragraphs. So the line height is the space in between the individual lines. And the margin block is the space on the top and the bottom of my paragraph. And the reason it's margin block, the margin is basically empty space and block is on the block axis. They're block elements, remember? And so we're adding block spacing in between them. So we're adding 50 pixels of space in between each one of my paragraphs and above my paragraph and below it. If we look down here, I have this list items. These list items are all there. So I could go and let's say I choose my, this is my unordered list. So I can choose a UL and margin block of 100 pixels just for fun, just to highlight a little bit of how this works. And so you can see I've added 100 pixels on there. I've added 100 pixels underneath it there. But we've kept the whole thing together because that's adding the margin. And always, if you're not sure, look in your HTML. We're selecting all of this and we're adding the 100 pixels on top of that and 100 pixels on top below that. Whereas then I have these individual list items that are inside of there. So if I came here and I switch this selector from being my UL to my LI instead, well, now when I refresh, it's not going to add the space as this is one big block, but it's going to add the space in between each one of these elements instead. So refresh, and now we get 100 pixels of space in between every one of the LIs, which we obviously don't want, but I think it highlights how we can set them, how this works a little bit. So I'm actually going to delete those because we don't want them. And if we come and take a look, I'm going to encourage you to see if you can figure out how we can get the spacing more similar to how we have it in the design here, where I have a lot of space there and a lot of space here. Go and look at your HTML and see if there's an element that we can select. It won't be typography related necessarily, as a little bit of a hint, but see if there's an element that you can select in your HTML that you can find that would add that spacing in between these areas that sort of group everything together the same way we had that group here for my UL. And go add that, see if you can get it working, and I'll show my solution in just a second. All right, so the solution now is right over here. If we jump on over, if we looked, we had those sections we'd originally created. So we had my main, we had the H1, my image, and then we had a section of content here, and then another section of content over here. And so what we can do is, on those sections, we can do the same type of thing. So I'll have all of those. Let's come right here, and we can say section, margin, block, and I'll say, I don't know, 50 pixels. Just to try a number out. Let's make it a bit bigger, maybe a 75. 75 like that, hit refresh, and you can see we're getting the space there and we're adding some space here. Then this is grouped together and then we're adding that space underneath there as well. Let's make it 175 really to highlight. It's one thing I'll say is if you're adding spacing on things and you're not seeing much, the beginner mistake I see people doing a lot of the time is they're doing like 5 pixels. Such a small number that it's really hard to see if that's actually doing anything. Do 500 pixels even. Like come in really big to make sure what you're doing is actually working. And now we can clearly see that those sections are being separated from one another, and it's very obvious. So you go, I'm doing the right thing, I just need to find the right value or the right number to use for it that's not too big, but it's actually adding in a decent amount of space that looks a bit more like the design.